Hi there, this is Greg LeGros.
And this is Jamie Dew.
Of Fully and Completely. You're listening to...
Hey there, Fully and Completists. I have so much difficulty with that. Completists. Welcome to what we're going to call Mailbag. It's Jamie.
And Greg. I'm here too.
Excellent lead following.
Yeah, no problem. I was like, am I going to get introduced or should I just jump in? I'm just jumping in.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
well,
okay.
well done.
Yeah,
Because I can be forgetful sometimes. But listen, what I was thinking we would do here with your time, people, you've had this episode sort of injected into your feed, and I'm going to tell you right now, there is going to be no new Tragically Hip content in this episode. But what we will do, what we want to do, is we want to reach into the, I don't know, mailbag, hence the title of this episode, and read some of the communication that you've sent to us, whether it's letters or tweets or we've got some really great iTunes reviews. So we want to read those out, and we don't want to do this on the regular show. We want to do it here. We're also going to launch a campaign, so we don't annoy you with advertising and shit like that, throughout episodes. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll read some mail. And then we'll wrap it up. We'll take like 10 minutes of your time.
Yeah, real short.
Yeah?
Just like, hi.
Hi. We're just checking in, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So first of all, welcome to September. It's September 1st. It's beautiful out, I'm sure.
Yeah. Still warm, not too warm.
It's a good month, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
September is a great month.
Back
Love
to
it.
School.
Yeah, there's something crisp in the air. It's great.
Yeah. Kids already back to school. Is that a good time, bad time for them? Do they like school?
Mine love it. Yeah.
I hated it.
I didn't have time for it really either.
Yeah.
I loved the social piece of it, but not necessarily the academics.
Yeah.
But I took lots of days off.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, I was pretty good.
There was a lot of...
I was pretty good at that.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
You get good at it when you want it.
So here's the thing that we're going to say. We are going to say that starting today, if you like our really great logo, you are going to be able to get your hands on merchandise stuff with that logo on it. We've got some T-shirts and some, I don't know, probably just mainly T-shirts, really.
Yeah. Maybe something, maybe a mug.
Yeah, maybe a mug. Yeah, if you like it, you can go to the website www.fullyandcompletely.ca, and there's a link on there that says buy our stuff, and you can click on that and
buy our stuff.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
You're in marketing, aren't you?
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, that'd be really helpful. We're going to do this for like a month, and we won't bombard you with it. We won't talk about it on the real show.
No.
And we're gonna go about having a good time.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a real good time, And the second, I don't know, what would you say, Greg? The second phase of this campaign will be pursuing iTunes comments. It's really great when people go in there and they click 5 stars, but if you write like a comment as well, it's really helpful. It pushes us to higher spots in the ratings, and then more people see us and more people get to hear us. And ultimately, that's sort of a cool thing to be able to say that we're doing, having more people hear us. So to inspire you to do that, for the month of September, anybody who, and anybody who's already done it as well qualifies.
Yeah.
But anybody who writes a comment on the iTunes store, and you don't have to be an Apple person to do that, we're going to put in a draw, and you'll win one of the T-shirts. Let's open this mailbag, Greg. What do you say? We got tweets and letters and all this shit in there. I don't know. Do you want to read one?
Sure.
Or do you want me to?
Well, I've got 2 pages here.
Okay.
Should I read the first one?
Sure. Read the
Justin?
first one. That's from Justin, yeah.
Yeah, Justin Kiefer.
Yep.
Who says, "Hey guys, I recently stumbled across your podcast and have found it's very enjoyable and full of random tidbits of information, some new to me, some forgotten, and others I just enjoy hearing. Please keep up the great work. I really enjoy the song-by-song breakdown." And then he continues with, "I heard you mentioning that you plan on doing an episode for the solo albums as well, which is great. May I also suggest, if you haven't already, you consider an unreleased songs and or rants podcast, as well as breaking down some live shows." Thanks again, Justin Kiefer. That's awesome. Thanks, buddy. And yeah, the solo albums, not just an episode for them. They will each get their own full episode.
Yeah, I think that's
for
a good
solo career. Listen, they're great records. They should be talked about. Because they all have a different life and style, different backing band for each one, pretty much. Anyway, and they're all just as important, I think. And as we're exploring these artists and what this all means to us, you can't really do it without talking about those records too, because they're personal. They're some of them are personal and up close, and some of them are just like big rock albums, and it's really cool. So we're going to get each one of those a full episode.
And we are also going to speak to your other point, we are also looking at doing like an Unplugged Gems kind of rarities episode too. That'll probably be near the wind up of the show, though.
Right. And we're really trying to bleed this thing out.
That's right. Yeah. Buy our T-shirts, Only September, I promise.
Yeah, thanks, Justin.
Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off here.
That's all right, yeah.
Oh, my shirt. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Just a quick little note from Bowmanville, Ontario. This comes from Operator Driver 78. It's a 5-star review. Just a quick little note from Bowmanville, Ontario. Thank you guys for doing this podcast. I'm a huge Hip fan, and this podcast is helping them live on. Keep up the stellar work. Thanks, man.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Operator
so much.
Driver 78.
That means a lot.
I don't know what your name is. Well, maybe that is your name. I don't want to be presumptuous.
Oh, it looks like I cut some of these off a little bit. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Well, guess. Because how do you say this one? CGJHH.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Double H.
CJ.
He's like the wrestler.
CGHH. Another nice 5-star review. Thanks for putting the hip albums into a cultural and historical context. An interesting listen. Well, thank you for the comments, buddy. I do appreciate it.
All right, I've got one from Podcast Fan 1974. That's the year I was born as well. But
it's a fine year.
This is not me.
Not you? Are you sure? All right.
Greg and me have created... Jamie and Greg have created a fun retrospective podcast on one of my favorite bands, The Tragically Hip. As they go through each album, track by track, I'm getting rehooked on all these great hip tracks. Thanks for putting this together.
Oh, you're welcome. And me too, because it's great. I just do nothing but power listen to the albums before the episode.
Me too.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's a good time. What do we got here? From Katame. Am I saying that right?
I think so.
I don't know why I'm asking you. It's Katame. Love it is the heading. The hip have played a major part in my life's soundtrack, and I am loving these trips down memory lane through each album. Thanks, and you're welcome.
Wow, says Vexicon. Thanks for doing this podcast. Perfect way to relive some classic albums. I've learned so much, and I'm only 3 albums in.
Right on.
You got to keep listening.
Keep going. There's so much.
Keep at it, Vexicon.
So much. Vexicon. All right.
She might be a transformer, or he might be a transformer.
Maybe. Yeah. The Vexicons. I think they you put them all 5 together to form Vexosaurus. Fully and completely enjoy this podcast. Nice use of the title in your header there. Pretty good. This comes from The Lanes. Yep. The Lanes 0223. As a fan of the Tragically Hip from the southern U.S. Nice. It's tough to find others with as much passion for this band as I have, so to find a podcast that discusses each album in depth is such a relief. This is what I would imagine talking with 2 buddies who are not only huge hip fans, but are also well-versed in discussing music in depth. Thank you guys for the shows, which are informative, funny, and honest, and I hope this isn't a she didn't know review.
That's, nice use of our own nomenclature there.
Yeah.
That's very good. It's not a she didn't know review. That's great. Happy is an understatement. 5 stars
Nice.
from Steve to the Hep. Steve to the P, sorry. Steve to the B. Thank you for sharing your hip knowledge. Oh my God, I can't read. Thank you for sharing your hip knowledge. Our knowledge is pretty hip too. Though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right. I know all about the Twitter.
Learning is hip.
Thank you for sharing your hip knowledge. I've listened many times. My inflection is still fucking weird. Sorry. Thank you for sharing your hip knowledge. I've listened many times and learned more and more with each listen. Please don't ever stop this podcast. Well, Steve to the P, we are going to milk this.
Yeah, but eventually there will be the end of content.
That's right.
But that's okay. That's in the future.
That's right.
That's future Jamie and Greg's problem.
We'll be recording it in a flying car, no doubt.
Very nice. And what do we have here? Is this a tweet?
That's a tweet.
Oh. Cracked Helmet says at Fully Podcast, the show is amazing. Like Banana's amazing. I wish you would have spent more time on Scared. Fair enough. The song didn't do much for me until the farewell tour, where it crushed me. Ugly cry. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, I can always talk about Scared, if you'd like me to.
Me too. Oh, I'm not going to walk on that. that was too well played. So that's it. That's what we've got for you. So to recap, you want to do two things this month, September. You want to go to www.fullyandcompletely.ca and click buy our stuff if you want to. I promise you, though, that your goodwill will be put to good use, paying for hosting costs and, the lavish lifestyle that Craig and I both fucking live. And leave your iTunes reviews. One of you might already be a winner. You never know. And again, everybody who's already left one qualifies as well. All you've got to do is write a review. And once we see that, you'll be entered into the draw. So there you go. That's about it. Okay, cool. Yep. Well, Greg, great talking to you as usual.
You too, Jamie.
All right.
Fully and Completely is a Modern Superior podcast. You can find out more information about the show at www.fullyandcompletely.ca. You can tweet us at Fully Podcast. And, of course, you can find more information about our show and many other fantastic shows at www.modernsuperior.com.
I came in there for that.
That's awesome.
This episode has been brought to you by the Modern Superior Podcast Network.